walk this earth like a god.
You scared? What? You scared? What? You scared? What? Kicking in the door, I make the bitches hit the floor for keys. Yeah.
Trust got it here, and I'm back with some more boxing. Look at this guy right here. I want you to take one good look at this guy right here. Let me tell you something about this guy, Lomachenko. That's his name. In case you didn't know, because he isn't a household name yet. No, of course not. Don't nobody really know who he is. His name is Vasyl Lomachenko. He's from the Ukraine. And he's about 5'6". He's a two-time Olympic gold medalist. So he has done some things in the sport of boxing, right? As an amateur. He is a very decorated amateur. I believe his amateur record was 301. He only lost one fight in the amateurs, which is like amazing. Because even Floyd Mayweather lost about 5, which is kind of like a normal amateur record. I think Floyd Mayweather was 85-5. So for Lomachenko to go 301, I mean, that's unheard of. You know, probably the best amateur record in human history. But we're not talking about amateurs. You know, I mean, we can give you all of the credit in the world for being a great amateur, you know, but when it comes to professional boxing, we have to focus on what you've done as a professional boxer. You know, I mean, because you on the job now. This is when shit get real. Not in the amateurs. Yeah, of course it was serious then because you was trying to get medals and shit. But now, you in the pros, bro. It's a completely different ball game. So we got to hold you to the standards of a professional, not an amateur. As a professional, Vasyl Lomachenko has had 7 professional fights. Vasyl Lomachenko has lost one of those 7 professional fights. Yeah. I mean, you know, hey, Bernard Hopkins even lost his first pro fight, right? You know, it happens. It's cool. It's all right, man. You'll bounce back. He did try to fight a tough fighter, you know, in his second fight, trying to win a world title in the second fight. It didn't work, but hey, he gave it a shot. You know, I don't have a problem with that. What I have a problem with is Vasyl Lomachenko being ranked number 7 pound for pound with only 7 professional fights. And even in those 7 pro fights, you haven't even won all 7 of those pro fights. How do you explain that? Tough fighters or not? You know, I mean, you know what it is, man, is you have a powerful promoter who's rich and likes to throw money around. And then he puts you on HBO. Well, HBO is like extremely biased. They probably accept money and shit under the table. Who knows? All I know is they've biased in a motherfucker. But you're 6-1 as a professional, and you are number 7 pound for pound. Yeah, they just might. Look, if he beat Nicholas Walters, and then let's say if he beat, I don't know, man. I don't know who else that shit. But let's say he beat another top fighter, and then they just might put him number 1 pound for pound. It's pretty ridiculous. But, you know, number 7 is ridiculous enough. I mean, you would think, man. Let me open this shit up, man. For real, because, like, it's no way in hell that Lomachenko should be ranked higher pound for pound than fucking Keith Thurman. Yup, he is. That's fucking amazing. Yo, it actually is disgusting, to be honest. How the fuck? That's crazy, man. But that's the type of shit that they pull. Keith Thurman ain't even in the top 10 pound for pound. Neither is Kell Brook. Neither is Andrade. Neither is Erislandy Lara. Neither is James DeGale. Neither is Badou Jack. Neither is Adonis Stevenson. None of these fighters that I'm naming. Deontay Wilder isn't even in the top 10 pound for pound. I mean, come on, man. Make this shit make sense. Come on. I mean, like, please. You mean to tell me that this dude with 7 fights and with one loss in those 7 fights should be higher ranked than Deontay Wilder? I mean, I think Anthony Joshua should even be ranked higher than Lomachenko. What do you got, like 16 fights, 17 fights now? I think that as a professional, Anthony Joshua is more accomplished than Lomachenko. And if Anthony Joshua go out there and defeat Vladimir Klitschko soundly, he definitely should be ranked higher than Lomachenko. But, you know, I mean, it's all a big joke. Yeah, I think they joking. It's just like, you know, ha-ha, hee-hee, hoo-hoo. It's a joke. It's not to be taken seriously. Fucking ridiculous, man. I just thought about that. That's crazy. How did this happen? Because like I said, you know, you was a good amateur, but you're not an amateur no more. So you're a professional. Fuck out of here, man. But he's number 7 pound for pound. And you know what? He'll never be a draw in the United States. And he might as well work on being a draw over there in Ukraine. You might as well, because it's never going to happen here in America. It might not never happen in the Ukraine. It's amazing that they didn't jump behind their God. Like, why are you over here and you can't sell tickets? And when you should be over there. If you can't sell tickets here, then you go over there and sell some tickets and become a draw. You know, I mean, and then if somebody want a big fight, then you could be the A side, and then you can bring them to the Ukraine. Be like, well, shit, you know, if I want a Lomachenko fight, I got to go to the Ukraine, but hey, at least the money is there. It's a world title fight. I believe Lomachenko got the top rank belt. You know, he lost his second fight fighting for that top rank belt. And then this motherfucker went like right in his next fight and fought for the same top rank belt. And now he's holding the top rank belt at a higher weight class than what he did before. Because he won it at featherweight. Make sure my information is correct. Yep, he won it at featherweight. And then he went back and won it at junior lightweight. But, you know, that's how they do, man. Top rank, they be on that shit, man. They be passing them belts around back and forth. You know, if Lomachenko lose to Walters, then Walters got that top rank belt. You know, Walters could fight either Salido or he can give Lomachenko a rematch. But you know what, man? That's top rank. All top rank money. Top rank bouncing that belt back and forth. Just like they did with Bradley, Marquez, and Pacquiao with the WBO belt at 147. Making a mockery of the sport. Y'all just take turns having it. You know, and then a fighter end up like a 20-time world champion just because they taking turns holding a belt. It's fucked up. You know, just fighting the same fighter too. And then it's just like, oh, yeah, I'm a 5-time world champion. Just by fighting the same motherfucker over and over. But yeah, man. He beat Nicholas Walters, then he just might be ranked like number 5 pound for pound. Terence Crawford is currently ranked number 5 pound for pound, and Rigondeaux's number 6. He's right under Rigondeaux. And then Terence Crawford is number 5. You know, if he beat Nicholas Walters, if he stop him, oh shit. They're going to make him number 5 for damn sure. Now, some heavy hitters in the top 4. That's why I haven't brought them up. Andre Ward, Golovkin, Kovalev, and Roman Gonzalez. So, you know, I wouldn't think that they would put a fighter like that past those guys. But they passed Terence Crawford up, and that's like really saying a lot because Terence Crawford is 29-0 with 20 knockouts. And he's a unified champion at 140 who has accomplished far more than Vasyl Lomachenko has accomplished, even if he defeat Nicholas Walters and give Walters his first loss. But they just might do it because this top 10 pound for pound shit is just really a fucking joke. He should never be on there in the first place, but they got him on there. So, I mean, you either go up or go down. If you're doing good, you go up. If you're doing bad, you go down. That's how it works. If he stopped Nicholas Walters, this motherfucker is going to be like number 6, number 7 pound for pound, higher than Rigondeaux and Crawford. Okay, let me give y'all some hope, all right? Because I already feel like Lomachenko is going to lose the fight. Nicholas Walters went into training camp really heavy for this fight. I found this out about a week ago, maybe a week or two ago, not too long ago. It's October the 16th today. He has like about 40 days. He's 5'7", and you know he looks like he's about 190, maybe even 200. And he's really big. He's unrecognizable. You couldn't tell who he was by like looking at how he look in the ring and looking how he look in his picture. You couldn't tell who he was. And you know, he's gonna have to lose a lot of weight. He's gonna have to lose 40 pounds in that fight. You know, and I mean not 40 pounds. He got 40 days to lose like about 60 to 70 pounds, man. That's pretty excessive. It's pretty excessive. You know, he could be drained on fight night. But you know what? One thing is for sure. What is going to screw Lomachenko? Look, man, I hope Nicholas Walters make weight. All right. And I know I'm going to get somebody in the comments. They're going to be worried like, oh, man, no, Lomachenko should pull out of the fight if he missed weight. Yeah, he probably should. You know, just to be honest with you. Because I don't want to hear the excuses of last time. You know, I'm really hoping that Nicholas Walters make weight. He just might not though, you know, and depending on how much he missed the weight will determine whether Lomachenko goes through with the fight. You know, really after having a full training camp, you're not really going to want to back out of a fight. But he probably I mean, Nicholas Walters is going to be trained anyways. Even if he missed weight, I don't really see what's the big deal, you know, to be honest, but I don't want to hear the excuses. So, you know, he should pull out if Nicholas Walters missed weight. But that's going to be really hard for him to lose that weight, man. You know, you got to go from like, I'm just guessing. I don't know his weight in his photo, but he's pretty big. And, you know, I'm around his height too. You know, I'm a little bit taller than him. I'm 5'8", and I'm like about 185 right now, and he's bigger than me. So, you know, it's pretty extreme. He's been known to miss weight too. But, you know, hopefully he can make weight. Hopefully he can make it. You know, and but regardless of whatever happens, man, you know, I feel like Nicholas Walters is gonna win the fight. And here's something else to talk about too, to let y'all know, in case you didn't realize it. Lomachenko is 5'6" and has a 65-inch reach. Nicholas Walters is 5'7" and has a 73-inch reach. He literally has an 8-inch reach advantage. You know, it's like some Klitschko shit, how he was having over these opponents. You know, it's really, I mean, 8 inches, you know, that's damn near a whole foot. Shit, might as well. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of reach. You know, boxing is a game of inches. You'll see fighters sometimes missing by like, you know, an inch, or even landing by an inch, and the punch is just barely landing on the fighter. But Lomachenko is a smaller fighter. I believe that was his only fight at that weight when he went against Roman Martinez. So yeah, that was his only fight at that weight. So he's going to be in tough in that fight with Nicholas Walters. I mean, it was really a bad fight for him to take. You know, even if Nicholas Walters make weight, he's going to blow up in weight, just like Orlando Salido did. Orlando Salido, let's check to be sure, all right? Orlando Salido came in 2 pounds overweight, 2 pounds and a quarter. So 2¼ pounds, which isn't really much, but he rehydrated to welterweight. He rehydrated to 147, and he beat Lomachenko's ass. Some people say that Salido was fighting dirty, but Lomachenko was holding excessively, so I think that it evens out. I think that, you know, at the end of the day, Salido won the fight, and it wasn't really that dirty. Like, if you're talking about dirty as in how Abner Mares did Joseph Becco, it ain't nowhere near that level of dirty. So, you know, I don't really understand what people are talking about. I think there's just people making excuses for their fighter. But, you know, Lomachenko is going to be in for it, man. And I'm hoping that Nicholas Walters make weight just fine. We get to see this fight. And, you know, we probably still get to see this fight even if Nicholas Walters miss weight. He'll just have to pay a fine. But, you know, I'm hoping that he make weight because I don't want to hear any excuses when Nicholas Walters beat the fuck out of Vasyl Lomachenko. I'm Travis Gotti. Thank you for tuning in to Travis Gotti Boxing. Subscribe.
I gotta quit fucking with you.